nice to be informative, probably anyway. We have opinions on stuff.
Lots of opinions.
Lots of opinions. So why not talk about some of our opinions? Maybe. Okay, wait. We were talking about landscaping because we were talking about how in the UK they're seeding they say they're going to start seeding the sky so that making clouds for rain. And I've heard of them already doing that in the Middle East.
I haven't heard of this until today, so
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but at the same time, and there have been some drawbacks to it, and also we don't really know what chemicals they're using and how those chemicals affect us, too. And also, we all know like the Earth just cycles, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you said earlier.
The the Earth is like a woman because that's why we call her Mother Earth.
Yeah. She goes through hormonal phases of like hot and cold and all that stuff.
There's a season for everything.
Yeah.
We were talking about Utah and how people have to water their lawn in order to have grass. And so when I got married and I moved to Minnesota, my husband at the time was saying that they didn't have a sprinkling system. And I said, how? I thought he was joking because I didn't know how their grass was green. And he goes, no, I'm serious. We really don't have a sprinkling system. It's just like the climate here. And so, well, I didn't really believe him. And then I found out that it gets really green here. It's green everywhere here. But in Utah, if you want grass at all, you have to have a sprinkling system.
Yeah, and I was like,
it's a desert.
I think that people should be, and I've noticed a lot of people around Utah have been doing this where they're like, we will desert scape or whatever they want to call it, like
they do in Nevada,
landscape for the environment. And because really ultimately, like, you need that water the most. The plants that need the amount of water Utah gets is the ones you should have in your yard.
Right. And to completely contradict that, I do have comments. Yeah. When I laid on the grass here, I was really excited because in Utah, you can lay on the grass and it feels nice and you feel clean and everything because bugs don't crawl all over you. And I laid on the grass, the lawn, for the first time here, and I was just mauled by all kinds of small little creatures, and I haven't laid on the grass since. So for like 24 years, I haven't laid on the grass. But when I was a kid growing up, I could lay on the grass and really grass enjoy.
Nice. But it's also a pain to mow.
Oh yeah, but
I've done a lot of lawn mowing in my life.
So on the plus side of trying to change your climate with grass.
No, you should just work with the ecosystem that you live in.
Well, okay.
That's, I mean, seriously,
okay.
Why not? This is my complaint. I've had this thought for a very long time though, so it's not easily, because I've been thinking about this.
I think for the most part, I don't want to cut anything out because I think this is hilarious.
It is funny. About this for a long time.
One of the main reasons I stay in Minnesota is because it's so green. Because I always thought Utah was depressing. I mean, now I miss it because of the mountains, but growing up, it was just like so brown all winter long and all the snow was up on the mountains.
I have yet to experience all the seasons in Minnesota, so I can't comment on that.
That's the plus side.
Yeah. I mean,
lots of bugs though, and lots of mosquitoes.
I've been seeing some kind of like social media posts about the mosquito problem here, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, we lived up in Rush City, by Pine City, and they said the early settlers there stated that it was unlivable because of the mosquito problem.
Well,
it's pretty bad. I mean, I went outside the first time when I moved here, and I had at least 30 mosquito bites on each foot, and I was only out for like maybe 5-10 minutes. And I thought that was really awful because in Utah, you might get 3 for the whole night.
Yeah. Depending on whether you're by Utah Lake or not.
Okay, still not that bad
I know.
compared to here.
But I mean, something they do in Utah is they have a business that comes around to all the houses that are by the Utah Lake, and they're like, "Oh, let us get those swallows' nests off your property." Well, guess what the swallows do? Have I already ranted to you about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a rant. See, this is why I'm like, we need to be working with our ecosystem, not against it. Oh, and yeah, I wanted to tell you. Yeah, I told you about how they're selling oxygen in a can.
Yo, I don't believe you because that
No,
sounds
it's
stupid.
a commercial. And you told me to look up which Shark Tank guy it is. It's the old bald one. Like everybody can picture him in their brain, like that guy.
Okay.
He's selling it, and then on the commercial they have like two ladies working out, a guy in an office.
It's like
Old
Spaceballs
ladies.
because he is.
Yeah, I know.
Is
It's
the
just
governor
like
with-
Spaceballs. They're like, yeah, they sold all
he's
their
sucking all
air's
the
about
air
to
out of the
get.
cans.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're trying to vacuum the air out of one people. Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, cool, because they've already started selling us our water and our food. They won't let us grow our own food in a lot of states. Like, okay, yep, we're about all the way. All of our like basic necessities are now commoditized. Yay! I don't think this is gonna go over very well.
I don't either.
Okay, should we cut this part out?
We can. What's that taxi song? It's really good. I can't remember what it's called. The Yellow Taxi.
Let's hear it.
That's what this reminds me of. By Counting Crows, they paved paradise.
Oh, to put up a parking lot? I don't think they were the original.
Well, I like this version.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I think I like Carly Simon. I think that's who does the other one.
Okay.
Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone?
I have the lyrics right here.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
Didn't mean to click on it again. I'm sorry.
Well, and they're banning food dyes finally.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Yeah. I don't think I started any of that. Oh yeah, but this thing, you were interested in it, in the GDP.
Oh yeah, talk about that one.
Well, like I've heard contrary things between the U.S. and China being the highest GDPs, but
First, tell everybody what a GDP is.
Gross. You know what? It has something to do with our profits.
You could probably look it up.
Yeah. Domestic product. Dummy. Yeah. So
something weird's going on with my neck.
No. Yeah. Gross something profits. We're going to make fish and
gross domestic product.
Products, yeah. So
the measure of the economic activity.
We have, but a good point I read on Twitter or X was that somebody said it's actually like how much money you can use though, and we have the ability. Our dollar is more influential and used than the Chinese, which I think maybe it was spelled in a weird way, but it's still just the yen. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna. Don't quote me on that. But what I thought was interesting is U.S., China, Germany, then California, and then like India, Japan, UK, like some others. that kind of blew my mind, and then made me go on a rant about how California needs to be Northern and Southern California. Like, anyway, not that I, but we usually like to break up monopolies in this country, don't we? I don't know.
Yeah, you should.
Monopolies are what all of the stuff I could rant about. I'm not going to
You're
do that
allowed
one
to.
today.
You're allowed to do
I'm
that.
not going to do it. You're just. I'm so proud of myself for not going off about it. Just, what are you doing?
I'm looking up the pronunciation for the yen.
Oh, sweet.
It's
Yuan. Okay, so he spelled it the way it's probably supposed to be spelled. I just tried to scroll on this paper.
That's hilarious.
I don't know why I had to throw in my irritation for Neil deGrasse Tyson. He ranks up there with those Penn and Teller.
Not everyone knows everything either.
That's true. Yeah. I'm done.
Okay. So shall we just
This
talk?
stuff was a little too. Yeah, well, we got through those topics pretty quick. We could just circle back to some of them if you want.
We can.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out a formatting for us, but we'll figure it out how it's comfortable for us.
Yeah.
Because it just if we're not comfortable, it's just going to be annoying.
Yeah.
I
I
think
noticed
we
you got
talked
some
about
ice cream.
annoying last time.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
When did we? What were we talking
we were
about?
talking about what makes an annoying person.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you said I don't know any annoying people, and I said Wendy was annoying.
Oh,
and I
yeah. What about the ice cream?
I said I noticed you got ice cream.
Yeah, you can have ice cream.
I could.
Yeah.
But does it bother you if I eat ice cream?
No, I now the groceries that I buy, I would like you to know that you have full access to.
I don't buy ice cream, but if you buy it, I'll eat it.
Yeah, you can.
That works for me.
Especially if it's been in there for days. Like, please.
Well, I didn't know what you were gonna do with it.
No.
Like if you
I bought it for Ave, and I had a bowl.
Oh, you bought it then?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know it was in there this long.
Yeah. I need to go to the grocery store and get some of these ingredients.
I gotta leave in 2 hours to go to work.
Yeah, we'll just do the asparagus and fish tonight.
Okay, that works.
Okay. And what do you think? Maybe a little bit of a curry fish? What do you think? What kind of flavoring do you want?
I'm thinking I don't know a lot about cooking, so why don't you just pick and it'll probably taste good.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I should cook all the fish and then for the leftovers make a curried fish tomorrow.
You could do
with
that.
Wild rice. Because actually should have had the wild rice cooking now. Well, if we were going to have it. That's what was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. This tastes so good. We should get a lot of ice cream. And I love bread.
Yeah.
I just love it.
I love bread. Okay.
I love butter.
Like bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a saying for a reason.
I like to cook my pancakes in just like a bunch of butter and then just eating the pancakes with all the butter on it. Oh, that is so delicious. Okay, we should stop talking about food because I'm going to get hungry and then we're going to stop recording.
I just have to.
Go
we could just bring it
something.
over here, over to the
Oh,
kitchen.
we could.
Do you want to?
Well, we need
Why
to put our
not?
dishes away.
That's okay. They can watch us do that. We can speed up through it or something.
Oh, we could.
Whatever.
Okay. I like to hand wash dishes, and Sarah likes the dishwasher. I prefer hand washing dishes because for me it gets done faster. And Sarah likes to not look at them and put it in the dishwasher. I just like to get it done.
I don't want to see them for an hour or so.
For me,
Actually,
it's
I leave
fine.
them overnight, and then
I
I
don't
do
mind
that in the
messes
morning.
as long as it's a clean mess, and Sarah likes it to just look clean.
Yeah.
But I'm fine.
No, that is so rude. I love everything clean. I don't just hide messes. I was like sitting there. That took me for a spin. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? That I just want to hide my mess? How dare you?
Hold on, you can also rant about that later. Let's leave
I
that for a
already
rant.
ranted.
Oh,
I
okay.
did. We've already got it.
But this is why you okay. But
That's why we're
this is
recording
why
this.
you don't hand wash dishes. Is just slightly the reason why I don't put them in the dishwasher. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, and I
Of a
hate those
preference.
sponges. The blue sponge disgusts
Oh, I love
me.
them. What do you use? Washcloth?
Yeah, and I change it out every single time if I have to wash dishes.
Oh, yeah, with washcloths. But I don't like that because
The
I like to
sponges
scrape.
disgust me because they get gross.
No, well, the second they stink, I throw them away.
I'm just telling you
I
why
get
I'm
grossed out
what
by
I'm like.
washcloths because my mom used to wash her face and she didn't change out the washcloth every day. So she would wash her face with a
No,
disgusting
no,
washcloth.
no. I understand.
Imagine being a child and going
Yeah,
through
I
that.
know. So look, you have a very valid reason.
This is why I do not like washcloths. Like that is a disgusting
No.
rag and I should not ever touch one. So I get brand new sponges all the time.
Yeah, okay. We're in agreement.
We'll just do our own thing.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
And I like how you have that draining thing across the sink. That makes the sponge less likely to grow
because
bacteria.
I get grossed out by the smell.
Yeah.
I'll smell it right away too, and then I'll just throw it away.
Good. Okay.
We're
on the same page. I trust your dishes washing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's rare that I would say that. Okay.
This is our laughing part. I want to watch
Okay,
it.
let's go back. Let's rewind.
I really want to watch us laugh because we're laughing way too hard. This is funny. Okay. I'm fine with a mess if it's a clean mess.
Yeah.
It has to be clean. If I don't know how it got cleaned, then I have to re-clean it, like clean over.
That bothers me because I'm like, do you understand how meticulous I am?
Yeah. I am too, but we're just
you don't have to come
ways.
back around with what I've already done.
No, I'm very clean. Do not. No. This is hilarious. So it's been like really nice living with Sarah because she picks up after herself and she cleans, but I'm not used to it, so it's new.
Yeah, she's used to doing much more cleaning, and that's okay. We've talked about this. We're totally good with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't bring it up. But it's like it's a thing. When you live with anybody, you have to just understand their style.
Mm-hmm.
And I have basically understood that you just are very clean, and I don't need to, fret that you think I can't do a good job. For the most part.
If I didn't clean it, I assume it's dirty, so it needs to get cleaned. So unless you tell me that you cleaned that, I'll want to clean over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes
dust
sense.
exists, we breathe it, it's all over. And so things need to get wiped and cleaned all the time.
Well, no, most of it, I don't really even think about when you're cleaning. I just am like, yeah, must have made a mess over there or something. I don't know.
Okay, now what were we going to do in the kitchen area?
We're going to
make pancakes. What are we doing?
What?
I was still thinking about pancakes.
You're like,
we're not doing that.
Like, I can't eat pancakes. How dare you?
Well, I was thinking of butter.
No.
Oh, what are we making?
Fish and asparagus.
Okay.
But
wild rice. You'd be the only one cooking because I suck at cooking.
Well, you will be the one putting the dishes away.
Oh, thank you. I almost spit out my ice cream. That was hilarious. Oh my God. Thank you for giving me that job. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee my pants. Stop laughing for a second.
That was, it did not, it came out. It just came out.
Okay. Oh, it's because you told me to put the dishes away. Okay, okay, I'm laughing way too hard. Okay.
You already have oats in here and you bought more oats.
You can never have too much of
I know,
good
that's
thing.
good food storage.
We're going to,
for you.
How are we doing this thing? This camera thing?
Oh, well, I was going to bring it over and plug it in, like over on this side thing maybe, and set it up, but I just...
Do you want to do that first so that
I got sidetracked?
Okay.
Because I was like, Oh, this thing that had pistachios in it is empty. I need to refill it. Even
Okay.
though
I'm running low on coffee.
I'm running low on tea and I have to pee.
Are we gonna pause then?
Okay, let's pause.
And
I
we'll just
forgot my
get
cup.
better and better at this.
Yes. Did you see that a door opened that you could possibly go into? When I was a little girl, I used to sing the alphabet when I couldn't go to the bathroom. And now every time I go to the bathroom, it's like the alphabet.
I'm peeing.
You also had to pee.
Well, after I was making coffee, and then I'm warming up to
Even though that's not our
Do
priority.
you want to set up the camera and I'll put the dishes away?
I will do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's so kind of you. So I was thinking my place is way cooler than Matt's place.
Yeah.
Just saying. Is it still recording?
Maybe. I don't think I pushed pause.
Ouch! I just poked my
No, that's
finger.
cute. We can just put that at the other end or something.
Okay. I'll do.
But the wild rice first.
Okay, you do that.
Okay. I didn't even think about this. I don't know if I want to be recording this part.
We can always cut it out.
Okay.
Anything that looks dumb, we can cut out. Such a wonderful thing.
Let's see. I'll just use a couple of these packets. Oh, good.
You're welcome.
I was about to say thank you.
Well,
You read my mind.
I was just saying you're welcome because I knew you were going to say thank you.
I know. It's so cool. It's crooked. Okay. And then
Just adding a little.
it's so crooked. It's like, why didn't I notice that? Why didn't I take more time? And then, oh. This is such a beautiful view of me.
Do you not like it?
No.
I think we both look kind of a little off, but I think it's just because of the way the camera is.
It looks like shit. Like, definitely we should set it a different way next time.
Those things taste better when you do your routine. I hate that my belly looks so.
Yeah. Let's just watch my double chin for 5 minutes.
Okay, what are we cutting? Do you see that skill? I threw it.
No.
I was good. I have skills.
You didn't even have to pull out the step stool?
Yeah, it's what I. Exactly. That's called
Okay.
skill.
I know. Instructions. 2 1/2.
So my foot scrubber looks just like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking, because that's what I'm thinking.
That's
in my head
hilarious.
now that you know.
1/2. 4, 5.
Do you need this out?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Now you know what's going on in my head right there. I'm just like, this is that's
gross.
what is it doing on the dishes? That's what I'm thinking the whole time. I'm like, why is it over
It's
by
for
the dishes?
ginger. I don't use it on any body parts.
Well, I figured that, but I was also tripping out a little. Like, why is this
Ew.
here? I was in deep thought.
I do.
Okay. I can also just eat nuts while you're cooking and
Yeah,
just
you
stare
can
at you.
eat nuts
I could
or
do that.
I don't even have to close one eye. It's a skill. Even though, that would be tasty. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, okay.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if I bake it, it'll be closer to the rice. Oh, how am I supposed to do it without knowing the temperature to cook it? Okay, never mind. All right.
I think all this can be cut out.
No, I like this part right here, though, because I make a decision.
I'm wondering why you said it that way.
I'm
going on in
wondering
my head.
why it's there. Do you want peppers with the asparagus?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I just like butter on it and salt.
Do you want to do the asparagus?
I'm just going to cook in the oven. Are you going to use the oven?
No. I'm
Okay,
going to
then.
pan fry the fish.
Then I will do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
They like to go wherever
Oh.
they feel like going.
If you want to use the long pan for that, you can.
No, if that's too much butter, because you got to think it'll end up wasting butter.
Okay. Hate that my shirt's flipped up this entire time. Like, just cover the ass.
You can barely see your ass.
I know. That's why I'm not complaining too much.
So this ice cream is like so good.
It is really good. It's just peach.
So good. Holy.
Huh?
Ew. It's good.
That's awesome. That is the brand I like to buy because they use good ingredients.
Okay.
Oh, it's boiling. And
I'm
then
just going to
what?
stare at myself in the camera. I got a friend request and the guy's holding something weird, so I just have to let Sarah laugh real fast. What the fuck is that?
It looks like e-liquid. Just kidding. Metal canisters
Hold
with
on, but what's back there? Those scrolls?
maybe.
But what is he holding then?
Maybe it's special scrolls.
It looks like plastic bottles, though.
I don't have any
Clearly, it's important.
idea.
Because it's a profile picture. Look at this one. What is he doing?
Yeah, is he about to climb that wall?
I don't know. I'm not friending him because I don't want him to know I made fun of him.
No.
Okay. I think this is funny. Is this wrong that I'm making fun of people?
No, it's funny. But I don't
All that
really-
matters is it tastes good.
Yeah. What does it matter? Maybe it takes me a little longer. Just deal with it.
This ice cream is really good. I'm all laughing. Y'all getting annoyed with me.
No, I was secretly putting sugar in there, and I didn't want anybody to. I didn't want you to notice.
Oh. I think this is the boring part of the video.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. We could pause it for a minute.
They say not to do that. And remember when we did it that one time, then we didn't have any
Oh yeah.
volume? Because we can really edit stuff. We're trying to do less editing. Or less taking out of the
Experience. Nope, don't put them in yet.
Why?
How long do they take? 25 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so give it like until the rice is about at that point, and then we will be able to have everything done at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right. I put some cardamom, turmeric, curry, just a little bit of curry. It's not going to be like a curry, but a little undertone of it is nice sometimes.
We're just looking at your ass right now. Sarah's ass. So I have a Facebook notification. It says, when you...
It was yummy.
It was very good. It was the best food in the world.
Even better than those enchiladas?
Yeah. There was maybe equal. It's so good. But if it makes people feel better.
If it makes you feel better. If it makes you happy. Just telling you the thoughts in my head.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I think it's funny when I'm like, how about you have a conversation with me? You know, you could be not on Facebook and just conversing with me.
What are we going to talk about, Sarah?
Anything, you know. Just anything else but what you're doing on Facebook. I can't see what you're doing. It's not interesting to me.
I don't even know what you're doing because I don't cook.
I know, but we don't have to talk about what I'm doing. We can talk about anything. Probably.
So we'll get to hang out by the pool because they're painting the pool today. I think it's like 2 weeks, and then you can, and they'll fill up the pool, and we can swim in it.
Okay. Yay, the pool. Just kidding.
It's good for exercise.
I love swimming for exercise. I wonder if you can swim in the river.
I think the fish will eat you. That's what I was told.
Do people tube in the rivers around here?
I don't know. That's
What
the
do you
Utah
mean
thing.
the fish
Is that a
will eat
Minnesota
you?
thing?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I play in the rivers in Utah. Like,
I was
Can
never
I
afraid of
play-
anything in Utah. Here, they have like big, huge things that will eat you or take big gouges out of your leg. That's what I hear.
Sounds ridiculous.
Well, they are pretty
That's
vicious.
supposed to be like the Amazon.
Well,
I was thinking more toxic, but rivers are the most clean thing. That's why I trust them the most. You know,
yeah.
because they're flowing water.
I like rivers.
Yeah. And there's a huge river here.
There's nothing on screen right now. Yeah.
Why couldn't that be fun?
Yeah. It's only fun until you get bitten by something.
That's just a thing that's the excitement and fun of
Swimming is you get bitten by
adventure.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's why I want to go in the ocean and swim with the sharks. And I want to see a real octopus. Like one of those big ones.
I think they're smart.
Octopuses?
Yeah. Octopussy, if you will.
You said pussy.
I said octopussy because of that show Octopussy.
It's okay because you're saying pussy, so it makes everybody think about pussy.
That's why I thought it was funny because I was talking about the James Bond show.
In my head, you said octopi.
Yeah, I said.
Okay. Well, I think they probably are.
I'm totally joking. I think that there's actually a term. Octopus might be the plural term, and there's another term for them that's individual.
I could Google that and find out.
Okay, do that. I was looking at the nuts, and I was. Don't mess up your appetite.
It's octopuses.
Okay.
What did you say?
I said.
You said octopi.
Yeah, what does that mean? And see how I look at you and then laugh.
It's more standard to say octopuses, and it's preferred. In English, it's octopuses. Okay, well, octopi and octopodes are also used. So you can call it.
I think I like Carly Simon. I think that's your too. That's fine.
Your butt looks okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I know. I feel the same way about when I go over to the counter. I'm like, this is not working. I didn't even know I was doing that with my eyebrows. I'm going.
I just tried to scroll on this paper. I need to go. You can have those enchiladas that are in there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do the asparagus and fish tonight. Okay, that works.
Everybody loved your dish. Even
Oh,
people
yeah?
at work were talking about it.
What do you think?
You want me
Before
back
I
further?
sit up is about right where it is, where I'm like getting up a little bit like that.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, I think that's where we're talking about that, if I remember correctly.
I just think the stove looks way better with those black ones on instead of those gray ones. Anyway,
I wish that we would have caught when you finally found out I took the nuts away from you. That was good. Pave paradise to put up a parking lot. Ooh, pop, 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 pop.
constantly singing this song. Do you like it?
It helps if I can concentrate.
It helps if I can concentrate.